Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP. And today on Partner Talks, I have Lukas Lesko from Resco. Lukas, tell the people who you are and what you do at Resco.
Sure. So my name is Lukas, as you said. I'm the head of support at Resco. I'm here for almost 16 years, so I've been through a lot. And basically, we are helping people with problems, with setup, anything that is with Resco technology, basically.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, for those who don't know, what Resco technology is really all about, and maybe talk about the history with field service and some other applications you're building out today.
Yeah, sure. So we have the mobile client, mobile CRM, that is connecting to various backends, helping people with accessing their CRM data on the go with their mobile devices, even in offline mode, so without any connectivity or any connectivity to the backend. And basically, our application has been used by Microsoft as their mobile solution for the field service, basically for the technicians mainly.
Okay, and recently there's some changes in that status as Microsoft's moving more to Power Apps for a mobile solution. And I get asked a lot by customers and by partners, when do I use Resco and when do I use a Power App? So I thought this would be a great time on Partner Talks for you to come on and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, from my point of view, the Power App is a good start if you don't have any mobility yet and you are curious about having some. And probably they will get to a point where the Power Apps will not be efficient or enough for them in the way of how the application is used or how to set up what data the users in the field will actually need on their devices. It's because there is for Resco there is a lot of possible configurations set up and tweaking up the UI or the synchronization or the offline mode as is. For the Power App, it's not that complex. So it's more for some easier usage. And usually the customers that were using the field service mobile application from Microsoft that was based on Resco technology, they claim that the performance of the Power App is not as good as ours. So they basically went with our application to go and basically ditched the Power Apps, and they didn't move to our application, they just continue using it, basically.
Okay, so when we start to look at what Resco offers on a mobile solution, you have a complete application set. So people can build fairly complex CRM systems on their mobile devices. And I think that's a big difference. Yeah.
You can not even just use your own data from CRM backends or from Dynamics, but you can also include, for example, Exchange. You can also include SharePoint documents. You can also add inspections. Basically, you can do your whole daily work since the beginning, since you wake up and check your calendar within the application to perform your work, check your bookings, go make your work orders, and basically finalize at home, for example, by synchronizing the data back to the backend to see, to have the back office users to see what you did, and they can schedule your next day and so on. So basically, it's a complete solution, as you mentioned. So you can work your whole day with one application.
Okay. And I think, you were talking to me about some of the testing you did around data synchronization from offline back online. So why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So we are now talking about the synchronization, basically. So how to get data from your server to your mobile device. And from our testing and also from other customers that have been trying it and testing it, basically the synchronization time for, let's say, 1.5 million of records took about half an hour for the whole synchronization or the first one, right? So for the Power App, it was more than 4 times that time. So it was like 130 minutes instead. So that's a lot of time when the user or the field tech can already go out and start making his job, not to wait for the data to be synchronized. Also, the data set on our app took about 1.5 gigabyte, but for Microsoft, it was more than 3 gigabytes. So it's much more data that is stored, maybe not that efficient as we have, because we have been working with the offline mode and synchronization and data integration on the device for more than 10 years already.
Okay. So for people that are out there in mobile situations where they're offline a lot of the time, and they're coming back at the end of the day to synchronize things up, I think more of the speed around synchronization's a big deal.
Yeah, and also majority of field service customers, but also other customers are using also synchronization during the day. So they need to have efficient synchronization so that users don't need to wait on the place where they have internet connection. So let's say the incremental synchronization, so the changes that are from the device to the server and back can take maybe 5-10 minutes instead of 20 for the Power Apps, right? So they can already be on their way to another customer rather than staying there and having another coffee.
Yes, and that makes a lot of sense. And at the end of a week or a month, that's a lot of lost productivity. So,
yes. Exactly.
Okay, Lukas, thank you very much for joining us today. What's going to happen in 2023 at Resco that we can look forward to?
Well, we are definitely moving forward our, let's call it deskless worker. So not only having an application, but also some other processes, some optimization for the synchronization, more integration with guides. So basically some kind of a knowledge, also inspections to be improved, and a lot of small tweaks for the UI, not only for the application, but also for the Woodford, for the setting up. And also, not next year, but also this year, we are planning to have more in-depth webinars for synchronization. So to get more insight into what's happening and how to optimize it, how to make it better. So I'm not sure if this will be next from the point of the publishing of this of our talks. So it will probably be already out. So definitely, I would like people to take a look at it. And also, if there are any kind of interested in our technology, then definitely to contact us either at support portal or by our sales department.
Okay, Lukas, I will absolutely put the links to that upcoming webinar in the video chat, and we will look forward to sitting through that and finding out more about the synchronization capabilities of Resco mobile applications.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your time, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye for now.